Sunday night dinners. I'm Julia and welcome to my beautiful kitchen. It's actually not so beautiful, but I do with it what I can. It's old, but it works. And the food that comes out of here is amazing, is wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed this series. This is, well, my first episode, so hopefully this goes as well as I think. The point of this whole series is to cook healthy and to help people along in their physical transition. Help us in the trans community along in our physical transition through the food we eat. Plus, I'm going to show you also how to cook economically as well, because we all know that we don't have much money in the community. So let's get started. My first recipe this week is just going to be something nice and healthy. It's easy to make and it's very economical too. It is a corn and black bean soup. Now this corn and black bean soup is a tomato-based soup and it's pretty easy to make. I used to think that soups were pretty tough to make, but to be honest, they're not. They're pretty easy to make. So let's get started. Let's show you a few of the ingredients, that we're going to be using today. We're of course going to be using garlic. This is 4 cloves of garlic. Now the recipe that I found called for 3, but 4 cloves of garlic. I'm a garlic fan, so there we go. We have 2 jalapeños diced up with the seeds and all. Now again, the recipe called for canned. I like these a lot better because, you know, you get a lot more flavor out of them. Just be very careful when you're using these. They tend to, the capsaicin is very, it's very important not to get that on your hands as much. And if you do, wash your hands right afterwards. And of course we have the corn. Now this is 16 ounces, 2 small cans or 1 big can of corn right here. You can use frozen. If you use frozen, you're gonna want to cook it a little bit, cook this soup a little bit longer. But if you use the canned or if you use fresh, you can get it right off the cob. If you use fresh, you can cook it just per the recipe. Okay. I also have vegetable broth. Now it calls for either chicken broth or vegetable broth, and I like vegetable broth in this so everyone can eat it, and also it's a little bit healthier. This vegetable broth is really nice the way it comes. It comes in 8-ounce containers and it's very easy to use. You just open it up, it's already measured. 8 ounces is 1 cup. So there are 4 of these per pack and they're very easy to use. So we just need a cup, 2 cups worth, and there we go. Alright, we're going to use onion. This is 1 small onion, 1 small yellow onion. And we have diced tomatoes. Now this is a whole thing of whole tomatoes that I diced up. It's cheaper that way too. I've learned that if you take the time to actually go through and do the work, you save yourself some money. So this is a whole 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes. Those are great just to have anyway in your pantry. And we have a full can, 16-ounce can of black beans that have been drained. Okay, now let's get started. We're going to throw in 1 tablespoon of oil. Okay, let's get this going. Turn this on to about a medium-high heat, because you don't want to burn these onions. You don't want to burn the onions. You're going to be sauteing the onions and garlic, and you don't want to burn them, because if you burn them, they're ruined, and you got to start again. What you're looking for is a nice translucent look. Now you don't want to add the garlic and the onions at the same time. You want to add the onions first, cook them for a little while, and then when they get to the right consistency, you're going to want to add the garlic, because the garlic doesn't take that long to get some color. Alright, it's at the right, it's shimmering right now, so time to put in the onions. And you want to make sure you move these around when you're sauteing the onions. It's going to take probably around 5 minutes. Alright, it's been a couple of minutes, and look at what we got here. We have a beautiful, beautiful color on these. Nice and shining and a little bit of translucency, and that's perfect for what we're looking for. And now we're going to add the garlic in. I chopped this myself earlier today. You can get pre-chopped if you know that's your prerogative to do that if you'd like, but it doesn't really work as well. It's got a pungent taste, pungent smell. I have some in the fridge. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this pan. But it's got a pungent smell, and when you get a pungent smell, you got a pungent taste. So we're going to saute this up. Okay, now you're going to add the green chilies. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to save a little bit of this for garnish at the end. So you're not going to use all of it. Use about that much in there. Fry that up a little bit. Saute that a little teeny bit. Then we add the broth. And these are so easy to use. You open it up. And pour this in. Okay. Added both to here. Oops. Got some all over the place, but it's my kitchen. Who's gonna know? Other than all of you people watching on TV, on YouTube. But you're going to want to bring that to a simmer. Alright. Now that that's come to a simmer, we're going to add our tomatoes. Now, we're going to add all of them in there at once with the juice. Juice is important. Juice will add a good amount of flavor. That's why I like these. They usually have tomato juice with them, and that definitely adds a lot of flavor. Then we're going to add a quarter of the corn. And a quarter of the black beans. Okay. Mix those in. I'm going to let this simmer for 15 minutes.